Buy the cheapest NBA 2K MT, my NBA 2K RC, and NBA Live mobile coins on www.lolga.com. Use my code TLGNation for 10% off. Link in the description.
It's a race in the bellies, they come back like boomerang. Open bodies, I blew like a couple thousand. They don't park in my bitch, gotta drive around it. Wherever the lost, they done fuck around it. Cause wherever we at is a 30 round. Pull on your block, get the fat it up for the smash, and they all just ass shit up. And she know I ain't got it for her. I'm confused cause this bitch steady dialing me up.
What's good, YouTube? And I got a question. Now, you know, was gonna break down this whole video and all that, but no, I got a question. You know them videos that you seen on YouTube where people said, yeah, 2K is gonna bring these parks and they're giving us hints about the parks, and yeah, the park is about to come out, we about to get a new park, but where is that? That's my question. Everybody was making videos back to back. I never made a video about it, but people were making videos back to back talking about, yeah, they're gonna come out with the new park, we're gonna get new this, we're gonna get new all this other stuff, they're gonna come out with, you know, snow in the park, they're gonna come out with all this other stuff, but where is it at? We got the same old parks, and did you realize this was a half-made game? Did you realize this? Now I know I'm speaking about this kind of late, but let's just go ahead and just dive into this, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about it here. You know, YouTubers were uploading, you know, new parks are gonna come out, you know, the court's gonna look so different, you're gonna be out of space in the park, you're gonna have all this other stuff, they're getting rid of park cards, no more park. They said there was not gonna be park cards in 2K18. Now I'm just gonna be, I mean 2K17, okay? Now I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you guys. Listen, never pay attention to all those videos that are talking about they're gonna be new parks, asking people when the new parks are coming out, asking people all this other stuff, bro. They're just clickbaiting you, basically. Really, that's all it is. It's just based on clickbait. Now, if they really was gonna give us a new park, they would have been gave us a new park, okay? They would have been did that. It would have been a done deal. But instead, they just changed the color. Now, I had an argument with somebody about the new parks and the situation about how they made a half-made game, and they were talking about, they had some good points. They were talking about, do you know how hard it is to make a video game? Do you know how this and that? But if you really think about it, and I was having an argument with Power HG on Twitter. We had an argument about this. We were talking about, you know, he was saying, this was the person, he was saying, you know how hard it is to make a game, this and that. But look at 2K16 and look at 2K15. The parks were different, right? 15 and 16, the parks were different, you know what I'm saying? So think about it, okay? Now, people said NBA Live was no competition. NBA Live was a competition for 2K, if you think about it, because look, let's really break it down here, okay? Now, NBA Live were uploading, you know, little stuff about, you know, the showing their graphics, how good their graphics look. They were sizing up their game a lot, even though it was trash. They were sizing up their game a lot, but nobody knew what they had in store. Nobody knew if they were going to put out some heat better than NBA 2K, or nobody knew they were going to put out trash, because they were putting out images and graphics comparing them to NBA 2K16, and it was just a big difference. You could see NBA Live it looked like they were pulling off, you know what I'm saying? So NBA at that time, NBA 2K16 was about to, you know, everybody was on 15 about to go to 16 because 16 is about to come out, and NBA Live was about to put out their game also. So NBA 2K16, you know, NBA 2K, they didn't know what NBA Live was doing at that time, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know what was going on, so they put a lot of effort into the game, and they got new parks, you know, they gave us new parks, they gave us all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's why the game was so fire. NBA 2K17, you know what I'm saying, when it was NBA 2K16, NBA Live said they, you know, they were not going to make a 17 or whatever, I forgot. Yeah, they said they weren't going to keep making basketball games. Once that happened, did you really notice how NBA 2K16, you know, how they didn't do, you know, how they didn't put any effort in NBA 2K17 because NBA Live was gone. They were out, they had no more competition. So every competition is good if you really think about it. People were talking about, yeah, NBA Live was no competition, but they didn't, NBA 2K didn't want to risk the chance of them losing sales, so that's why they went ahead and they put all that effort into the game. But now that NBA Live was out of that, you know, they were out of that this year, bro. They weren't, you know, nowhere near them. You know, NBA Live they wasn't making the game. They said they wasn't making the game anymore, but they said that, and so NBA 2K, they was like, you know what, we're not even gonna put that much effort, because either way you put it, the fans are gonna buy the new game, no matter if we give them old parks or if we give them new parks. They're gonna buy the game, period. But this is the worst that they have ever did, ever, like 2K, well, actually, when I went on the 2K, you know, the 2K to go buy 2K, well, I didn't go buy it. Well, like, you know, when you go to the store on the Xbox, well, I was on the Xbox, and you go to the store on the Xbox, if you actually went there, you actually see how many stars the game has. Now, the game has 3 stars, literally. NBA 2K17 has 3 stars, which is not even good at all. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to convince somebody and buying the game, bro, you make sure that junk got 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? You, before you buy something, not just saying, you know what I'm saying, you about to buy a new computer or a new monitor and stuff. You look at the reviews first, and if the reviews are bad, you know what I'm saying, you don't buy it. You look for something else, right? Now, the reviews on NBA 2K17 is horrible. Now, 2K18, I know they're gonna put a lot of effort into that game, bro. There's no way. If they don't put a lot of effort in that game, bro, 2K is going downhill, and NBA Live might pick it back up. You never know. Everybody's sleeping on NBA Live, like, you know what I'm saying, like, they're just sleeping on them, bro. Like, you never know. Now they're actually, NBA Live is actually trying to listen to the fans. NBA Live is actually trying to, you know, do what the fans want. So you never know what's gonna happen, bro. Everybody's saying, man, I would never make that switch. I'd never make that switch, but you never know. Now, NBA 2K18, I know they're gonna put a lot of effort because NBA Live is back in action and everything is going down. So you better get, it's gonna be a GG. Put it that way. It's gonna be a GT, and I know them, the legends for my NBA 2K17. I know the legend. They're gonna get something good. I already know it. I'm gonna be jealous as hell, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't grind. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to grind all that. But anyway, I'm ready for this competition. I'm ready to see what's really gonna happen. I'm ready to see what NBA 2K is gonna do, bro. I'm ready to see what they're gonna do. I know they're gonna come out with something fire. Now everybody's just tired of this game. This game is getting completely boring. But you know, YouTubers, we're just gonna keep hyping up the game. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep hyping up the game. We got to, because I know you guys don't like to play it anymore. A lot of you guys don't like to play it. You know, you got some people who like to play it, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the game is going downhill, and you know, and it's getting bad. It's getting really bad. NBA Live, if they come out with some fire better than NBA 2K, we don't know. And NBA Live is actually trying, you know, they're actually putting more time into the game. You know what I'm saying? They're putting more time into the game. That's why the game hasn't released, you know, and so they putting more time into the game, so which means they better come out with some fire. So hey, man, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're gonna see what they give us. They might give us something good. They might give us trash again. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to comment below and tell me what you think, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, the really thing that's really throwing me off is all the positions. Like, you only got certain positions that can play good defense. You got certain positions that can play good offense. I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? All the, you know, the slasher and all that shot creator and all that. I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? It was more better when it was more better and better competition when they had it to where, like, all positions, you know, you can make a point guard, and, like, you know, you remember on 2K16 you can have like 6-7 point. Everybody had like a 6-7 point guard, which was basically everybody had the same point guard basically. You know what I'm saying? I liked that because it was more competition. You know what I'm saying? It was more competition because you got this, and it's more equal. You know, it's more fair. You know, because everybody got the same, you know, archetype and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they need to bring back. They need to bring that back, bro. And listen in the comments what you think they need to bring back, and don't say, you know what I'm saying, they need to put, you know, I mean, hoverboards and all that stuff. They definitely need to put backpacks. Now if they don't put backpacks, they're wilding. Okay, now you should be able to walk around the park, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They need to put a little bit more effort. I know they're gonna put a little bit more effort, and this year, that I give it to NBA Live, bro. If NBA Live keep coming up with the heat, like the shoes, you know, NBA Live had the shoes, they had the clothes, they had all that. If 2K gets that, bro, NBA 2K18 has that, bro, they might got it in the bag again. But I really want to see what NBA Live does, because if you think about it, NBA 2K shook. They shook right now. They're really shook right now. They see their sales is going down. They see a lot of people are on 2K16. I know a lot of people who are still on 2K16. They're like, man, the game's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing it anymore. Everybody on 2K16. The NBA 2K16 got better ratings than NBA 2K17, which is just completely horrible. I want you guys to get in the comments. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you do like. Tell me what you think they should improve on. Tell me what you think that should be in 2K18, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I hope they come up with some heat. I better be flying helicopters. It better be like a GTA. It's like, nah, I'm just playing, but it better be fire. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause if it's not fire, bro, I'm done. I might go to NBA Live. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, look, listen. Hey, everybody's sleeping on NBA Live, bro. I'm telling you, don't sleep on them. They might come up with some fire this year. They might come up with some heat, and they might be fired in NBA 2K. Everybody's saying, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can't just say, oh yeah, NBA Live is gonna be trash. You can't just set it off the bat, cause you never know. You never know. So we'll see what they give us. I hope they give us some hot fire. If not, bro, 2K, you better give us some hot fire. That's all I'm gonna say. Get in the comments, tell me what you think, and I see y'all next video, man. Next video gonna be heat. Sorry for, you know, the quietness and not the hypeness. I got you next video. If you made it to the end of this video, spam up the 40K in the comments. See y'all later, man. Deuce.